Welcome to this channel. This channel is for educations and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So yesterday I shared with all of us where is the six core elements from. And I shared that there are two types of Wing Chun. The anti-Qing red boat Wing Chun stopped at around 1854. The Qing government just banned it because they're anti-Qing, they go uprising. And then the pro-Qing red boat Wing Chun started around 1867. That's the pro-Qing Wing Chun. In between 1854 to 1867, there's a gap there. There is no red boat opera in Canton because the government banned it. And the Wing Chun today belongs to the pro-Qing red boat Wing Chun, which is the three set is actually created after the 1867 because it is at that time they start a new red boat opera, and so these three sets what you practice today and all those like this snake crane cigarette note is belong to this era. Now, so I also share that the pro-Qing Wing Chun, where today everybody practice the three set, there is no breathing handling component there. There's no breathing elements. So there are Wing Chun friends asking me, can I share on the breathing training or breathing elements of the 1850s or prior to 1850s Wing Chun or the anti-Qing Wing Chun, which is where the six core element is from. So today I'm going to share with you on the very basic foundations on this breathing. So after this YouTube, you all know what needs to be trained. Okay? Even though I have wrote extensively and put into the details on the breathing in my book I released last year, The Decoding Wing Chun, but I know most people do not have the patience to read it, and even they read it, they may not understand. So today I like to share with you so you know all this breathing practice one must know, or else it is not martial art. Okay? And there's no fitness training too. It is just a usual type of exercise type of thing. Now, the first thing I like to share with you before I get into the technical, where after you see this, you will forever, you cross a line of no return, okay, on Wing Chun. I want you to understand three things. Number one, when one practices a martial art, one must be single-minded or one heart. Okay, so the old saying of Wing Chun is 念頭不正，終身不正. If you do not have a proper 念頭, your entire life will not proper. So what does it mean? What does it mean? Philosophy again? Oh, Nim Tao is idea, Nim Tao is mind. What Nim Tao, proper Nim Tao, is simply mean you need to have a single-minded practice or training or investigations into Wing Chun if you want to study it. Okay? Not like for all past 100 years is all your lineage, my lineage, this lineage, that lineage, and then all kinds of speculation. Oh yeah, my secret note is where the six core element from. Not those stuff. You need to really single-mindedly, like what? Like a sculptor, you know, like the artists who make the sculpting, you know, like the statues and everything. They pay attention to every details. That's why Wing Chun, there's another thing called Dim Dim Ching. Every point has to be clear. So it is like you are the sculptor artist. When you make that status, you actually pay really much attention to everything. Not all just running around, flying around, go to China, interview hundreds of so-called grandmaster, but you're wasting all the lifetime, you learn nothing. And I assure you, whatever I'm going to share with you at the end of this YouTube, you don't know. Why? Because you're violating what the Wing Chun teaching has to be single-mindedly keeping drilled into what happened. Only that every point will be clear. Okay? That's very important. It's just not talk, politics, and then drama and all this thing. Wasting of time. The second thing. So the first thing is the attitude. Now, are you going to learn or not? You look at, like for example, Rickson Gracie, Masoyama, then everything is done with a really, really single-minded, put all the effort. That's what it is, the proper way of learning. Be it Wing Chun or any martial arts. Without that, you're out. The second, people today love to talk about internal. And most internal are bullshit. So you say, well, Hendrik, how can you be so aggressive and you attack all this? As what I always share, 100 years ago, the Chinese martial art history researcher Tang Hao have already at that time complaining about all this culture, market, businessmen getting all this Taoist term and all this Taoist or whatever bullshit and then put it together and then make it, really deep. What they have is only very coarse exercise stuff, and then they put into all this nonsense words. They don't even know what it is, and they call it internal. And some even thinking that, because they have qi, they can violating Newton's law. Okay? The truth of the internal is, it is really clear. We don't even have to go very advanced. Everybody heard about the saying, externally training your muscle, your sinews, and your bone. Internally train what? Your breath. If you don't have breath, nothing works in martial arts. So, breathing, if you don't know about the breathing, forget about it. This is monkey business. There is no such thing on martial art or internal martial art or the internal, the Taoist meditation qi practice. None of that works if you don't know about breathing. or handling your breathing. So when anybody talk about internal, Wing Chun, internal, all this thing, you ask them, so do you know how to breathe? Tell me how many types of breathing is there? How many modes of breathing is there? Which I'm going to share with you. How many types of breathing practice one must learn? Ask them. Without being able to explain to you, show you, you know it's bullshit. There's no internal. I say this, it's not I'm aggressive. Stop to mislead people. Stop to screw Wing Chun. Okay? So without breathing, there is no internal. Again, you look at like Rickson Gracie. Does he do breathing too? Mas Oyama. Does he do breathing too? Without those type of level of the breathing and the solid foundation, what are you kidding? Okay? So that's why Chinese martial art is really bad today. That's why Xu Xiaodong call it fake. Why? Because you have tons of people is selling nonsense which they don't even know what is going on. So this is number 2 point. Anybody want to talk about internal here on, you ask them about breathing. If they don't know about breathing, they cannot show you about breathing, you just walk away. You know it's just bullshit. The third thing, breathing is something serious. Okay? In today's language, breathing affects your blood pressure. Breathing affects your intra-abdominal pressure, your thoracic pressure, and your eyes pressure. Breathing affects your oxygen and carbon dioxide balancing. Breathing affects your blood pH. So you don't monkey around with this thing. Okay? There's nothing to gung-ho or playing expert with. In today's medicine, we know exactly what it is. So the ancient and today's this modern medicines, they are in the same directions. So you always have to be careful whatever you practice and careful your own condition, your health condition. I don't know your health condition, but especially if you are over 40, 45, you have to be careful, okay? You got the oxygen, carbon dioxide imbalance, or your intra-abdominal pressure, or thoracic pressure, over handling. You push it too hard. If you have a heart issue, kidney issue, or eyes issue, or glaucoma, those create problem, okay? So 3 things. 1 is the attitude. You want to learn something, you put your mind on it. So I often say, you just go learn like Rickson Gracie, okay? Or Mas Oyama. You want to know those kind of things, those are the real deal martial artists. The second, if you don't know breathing, forget about internal. That's just bullshit, okay? The third thing is all this breathing got to do with your health. If you screw that up, it can cause big damage. Okay, 3 things. Now, after these 3 things, even though in my book, Decoding Wing Chun, I share in details on breathing and so forth, today I want to make it simple for you all so you remember this. You want to ask these questions. You want to know what you are doing when you practice your Xiu Lim Tao, Cham Kyu Biu Ji, or sparring or whatever. Okay? Number 1, the first thing you need to know is breathing have 2 modes. In the Wing Chun 1850, have 2 modes. Like the ancient martial art have 2 modes. One mode is the natural breathing modes. natural breathing modes is actually when you inhale, your diaphragm and your pelvic floor muscle kind of like moving downward, synchronized. When you inhale, it going downward like that. When you exhale, it come back. Okay, so it's synchronized. Your diaphragm and your pelvic floor muscle is synchronized. Okay, when it is inhale, exhale. So again, when you inhale, it is your diaphragm going downward. Your pelvic floor muscle here is losing downward. Okay, going downward. So it's like this. Follow up. They all synchronize up and down. That is the natural breathing mode. Now, there is a reverse breathing mode. The reverse breathing mode is when you inhale, you lifted your pelvic floor muscle. So this thing compressed like that. When you exhale, this thing come back. This pelvic floor, this diaphragm come back. You release this. Okay, so it is inhale, exhale. Okay, so this is a really crude way to share with you so that you know this true mode. Now, the normal mode, the natural mode, that is for fitness and for usual qigong and so forth. Okay, usually. Now, for the reverse breathing, because it has different handling of the intra-abdominal pressure and your chest pressure. This type, reverse type of breathing usually is in martial arts when they want to strengthen their core, okay? And also in certain handling of their internal organs, massaging, they use those kind of breathing. So you have two types, okay? Now, the reverse breathing is difficult to handle, and so it is not recommended. The natural breathing, where your intra-abdominal pressure, when your diaphragm and your pelvic floor muscle synchronize together, that is natural, and that is, we all can do that, but when you do reverse breathing, it's a different story, okay? So for help, for usual martial arts, the natural breathing is good enough. If you want to do the reverse breathing, where you can have your core strengthening and so forth, you want to exert, shoot out and everything, you need a teacher. This is no bullshit, because a wrong handling or increasing our intra-abdominal pressure or your chest pressure cause problem, okay? So remember, there's two modes, natural breathing and reverse breathing. Now, the second thing is there are 4 types of breathing practice, 4 types. All of this, what I'm sharing with you, is within Xiu Lim Tao, okay, within the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao. And so the 4 types and the 2 modes is also within the Xiu Lim Tao, okay? Now, the 4 type, the first type is the pure natural breathing. Like for example, if I want to nurture my energy or my qi, then I just put myself in really, the entire body is really relaxed mode, my muscle. My mind, I just let it quiet down. So I'm like in the sleep state. Let the breathing happen by itself. That is called the pure natural breathing. You don't manipulate everything. Let the body do its job. Your job is just relax, loosen up your body, quiet down your mind, and let everything naturally run by itself. And that's how you be able to nurture your qi, your energy. If you do that after a while, your breathing naturally after a while, you will like charging your body, your energy, like your chi will actually grow. Okay? So this is how, when the Chinese say you want to nurture your chi or you want to sing your chi to Dantian and have all those energy built out, you need to get into that state. Non-manipulative, you just let it there, okay? So this is the first type. This is the pure natural breathing. For example, then you might question me, oh, now Hendrik, is it true that you build our energy? That's why I want to tell you this. For example, a person have heart problem. He's so weak. He is so weak because he have heart problem, very weak. So in the Chinese medicines and the qi cultivation is they have to enter into this qi nurture states. They must not, because people are sick already, it is very weak. They need to be in that state, keeping practice it a few times a day. It's like putting them in the deep sleep a few times a day until they feel that they are not that weak anymore. Then you can start other exercise or other, slow exercise. But before they can sense that their body energy is enough, if they feel that they are so depleted, then this breathing, pure natural breathing, nurture chi has to be practiced before anything. So you're just laying down and do this, not moving your body, because if moving your body, you deplete more. Okay? So with a lot of different sickness in the Chinese, the Qigong, the real for healing, that's how it has to be done. So in today's word, we can call it as what? Deep recovery. When you're so tired, when you work hard and you're exhausted, you get into the states, let the body recover itself. And today, we can use heart rate variability to check that. If you get into this nurture chi or the natural, pure natural breathing, you can see after a while, if you do it properly according to the teaching, you can see your heart rate variability rising up after 20, 30 minutes. Okay, and when you drain, you just your heart rate variability going down again. Right? So today we can use this heart rate variability to check with the nervous system whether you have achieved as what the Chinese say, nurture the qi, let the qi nurture itself or grow or not. Okay. So when people are sick, heart rate variability is low, your body need to recover. You do this. So this is very important. Okay. So the first type of breathing training is pure natural breathing. Now, the second type of breathing is 2 movement, 1 breath breathing. 2 movement, 1 breath breathing. Now, this 2 movement, 1 breath breathing is still based on the pure natural breathing. But because now you have movement, your body movement, it is going to influence your pure natural breathing to become not as pure anymore. Okay? The more you use your strength, your breathing, even though it is based on the natural, pure natural breathing, is going to divert away okay, to be more, become depleting. Okay, so you need to know. The base is the pure natural breathing. Then when you do a two movement, one breath type of breathing, you are going to help the circulations of the body, but you're going to deplete your energy. Okay, now, example of two breath, two motion, two movement, one breath is like what? It's like when you do this, right? Exhale, inhale, two movement, right? One movement, two movement is exhale, inhale, two movement, one breath, right? Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So this is two movement, one breath. And of course, you can go speed up the entire thing, and that is what I just shared with you. When you speed up, it is divert away from the pure natural breathing, because you're using your muscle, your strength of your body is going to influence your breathing, is not going to be as natural as you lay down there or stand there, loosening up everything. Okay? So this is the two movement, one breath type of breathing. And for the two movement, one breath of the breathing, for Qigong, for the practice of Qigong, for help circulations, for detox, you use this type of breathing, okay? Or, like stretching your body, or you're trying out different movement in the martial, you use this. However, when you train for fighting, you need to go to the next type of breathing. The next type of breathing is one inhale, multiple exhale. One inhale, multiple exhale type of breathing. One inhale, multiple exhale breathing. So what is it like? It is like in the Xiu Lim Tao. Inhale, exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale. You see that? At the end of Xiu Lim Tao, inhale, exhale, exhale, exhale. That's how it is there. But today we don't do that. We do one inhale, we do two movement, one breath, right? You go from here, you go exhale, you inhale, and then you exhale, you inhale, and then you exhale, you inhale. Because this is safer. You always cannot be wrong with doing two motion, one breath. But in the real world, when you want to practice that for fighting, it is inhale, exhale, 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 inhale. So the same is inhale, exhale, exhale, exhale. Or inhale, exhale, exhale, exhale. Okay? That type of breathing. Now, at this point, your breathing have divert from the natural, normal, the pure natural breathing far away. This is manipulative. This is you control it. How many exhale you want for one inhale. This is for practice for the fighting. So as what I share with you, right? Exhale, 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 inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, exhale. Got it? So this is the third type. This is now for the fighting. This is not natural for the body. Okay? Somebody can do one inhale, 5 exhale. Okay? And that actually puts stress in their body. Now, the third type. The fourth type is inhale, stop breathing, holding breathing. Inhale, holding breathing, exhale. So, what is that holding breathing for? Say, for example, I want to take a strike to my body. That holding breathing is taking the strike. So, in 修炼塔, for example, right? That is a holding breathing there if you know where it is in the 1850s 修炼塔 set. Inhale, holding the breathing, exhale. Okay? Inhale, holding the breathing, exhale. So that is a holding the breathing. Now, so you have 4 types of breathing. The 修炼塔 itself, inside there, you can play with this 4 types of breathing depending on what you want to train. Unless you have this, you really don't have the foundations. Now, however, I want to tell you, the 3rd type, inhale, exhale, exhale, exhale. You have to watch out that you don't want to be over-breathing. You create your oxygens and the carbon dioxide imbalance. Long term, you cause problem. For the 4th type, inhale, stop breathing, exhale. You watch out that anybody with glaucoma, heart problem, kidney problem, they must not do that. Why? Because when they hold their breathing, they actually consolidate, or what is the best word? Like they strengthen the core and everything to take the punch. That increase the intra-abdominal pressure, the thoracic pressure, and the eyes pressure. If you have glaucoma or any eye disease, it is going to cause blindness. If you keeping getting your eyes pressure get high. Heart problem, you're holding the breath there, your thoracic pressure going high, you got the problem. Okay, it's going to hurt your heart health because you have precondition already. Same with your kidney problem and so forth. So this is the 4 types of breathing and the 2 modes. So you need to know this 4 types of breathing and the 2 modes. So this is what is in the 修炼塔 sets I just shared with you, right? So either way, I want to use let me share with you the 4 types of breathing first. When I stand there in the beginning, what I do? There is pure natural breathing. And then when I do this, there is 1 breath, 2 motion, right? So when I do this, there is 1 inhale, multiple exhale. When I do this, that is the holding breathing there. It is in 修炼塔. So if you want to completely activate the 1850 修炼塔, you need to know this. But then, like I'm 65 now, after you're 65, your health, you have to be very careful. I don't do the 3rd and the 4th anymore. I just do the first one, the pure natural breathing. I do the 1 breath, 2 movement. That's good for the body and so forth. Otherwise, you can have tear and wear there. But if you want to compete, you need to know the 3rd and the 4th. Okay? Now, for the 2 mode, like I'm 65, I do the pure natural breathing, and I do the one breath, two movement. I use the natural natural breathing. Natural breathing. So my diaphragm and the pelvic floor muscle going up, down, synchronized, depend on this exhale, inhale. Now, but if for fighting, when I want to exert strength, I'll do the reverse breathing. Inhale, palms up here, and then you exert the entire body, shoot out. That is the reverse breathing, right? So I always share, right? This thing is using reverse breathing. This is all reverse breathing stuff. It is not just like, oh, my hand. So, this is to share with everybody. This is not mine. This is not about lineage. This is about Wing Chun. You all Wing Chuners today now know all of this. Wing Chun is so rich having this. Without knowing this, the pure natural breathing, come on, forget about your nurture qi. Forget you talk about qi. I have this qi, that qi. You really have qi? Evoke your qi. Go practice for 20 minutes. And you take heart rate variability before that. After that, see your heart rate variability come up or not. If not, you're bullshit. That's why I always have this. It's better to use the scientific verification. Not anybody, any grandmaster, secret. Check it. If you have Qigong, really be able to healing and natural and grow the Qi and nurture the Qi. After and before after you practice your Qigong, your heart rate variability will go high, will increase. Nobody can bullshit. Of course, when you are practicing with the fighting, the third and the fourth type of breathing, those things can measure too, your intra-abdominal pressure, those kind of stuff, right? Like in the Olympic, in the Western boxing, in the MMA training today, which is really scientific, or in the marathon, or the sprinting, all you can measure. So this is how the full scopes of breathing. That's why the ancient, like the Shaolin say, externally trained bone, sinews and muscle, internally trained breath, your breathing. Until you have your breathing, your techniques is useless. Disregard of how you call it. So today when people say, Tai Chi, this, that, okay, good. For fitness, for your exercise is good. But does it even have the natural, the pure natural breathing? Who knows? The most you can see is the one breath, two motion type of breathing. So this is what I like to share with you, okay? This is in Wing Chun 1850. Now today's Wing Chun 3 sets, you no longer have that. Well, this is a fact we need to know. The reason I tell you this on the 1850 is so that thing has to be changed. Evolve. Wing Chun can be evolved. We have modern science now, like I share with you the 1850s Wing Chun. I can cite you on how you test it with today's sports science. It's physics and medicines. So if whatever practice it is not reasonable, doesn't make sense, why are you going to keep practice it? The Chinese never say you have to keep doing the same thing. Like General Qi Shi Guang, I often say, the Chinese sword play cannot fight the Japanese samurai. So General Qi Shi Guang get a scroll of the samurai sword play, investigate on it, design something to overcome that. And also, the Chinese sword is very weak. the Japanese sword, one chop down can break two sword, which is a Chinese sword, which is put together. Qi Shi Guang have to go to metallurgical, fix it, okay? Reform. So who to say that Wing Chun has to keep staying old like that? I have the oldest secret. This secret, that I say, when anybody tell you secret, that's called bullshit. And today I just share with you. Is it a secret? There's no secret. And it goes back to the six core element. The reason why I present the six core element to the world, I create that, I present to the world, is because if you don't know there's a six core element there, you don't even know how to ask questions. I mean, you believe that every day I stand there, oh yeah, you just follow me, I'm the Sifu, you pay me $1,000 to learn these secret sets, okay? And then you just follow me, and some days you get Kung Fu. You believe that bullshit? The ancient Chinese is not doing that. Now, so I create the six core element so that it is spread out, like I wrote the book Basic Wing Chun Art and Science in 2016. It's hope that everybody knows this and everybody know how it is in terms of today's physics and science. And then everybody can go test it out, experiment it out, and because you know so much, you are safe, you are not screwing yourself, and then things grow. It is an education. But today people use my six core element for what? Money making. Okay? And some even dare to say, well, Hendrik, you copy from this. Copy what? I just, just this simple today, the breathing, the six type of breathing. You just look at all these people who say that, do they even know? Is that easy to check whether they know or not? Sure. You check their writing, you check their grandmaster's YouTube. Decades ago, you check their student, you check all the students, you're sampling it, you know. What type of breathing is this? Does it get one inhale, multiple exhale? Does it get the holding? You look at the body, people know. Okay? Not just Chinese martial artists. You just go see people like Rickson Gracia. He knows breathing. He can read those kind of things. Because in the fight, you have to know how to handle all these things and handle your heart rate. Your breathing is influencing your heart rate too. So what is your strategy? What is your breathing handling? How many attacks you can get in with one inhale? 3, 4 attacks or 2? You need to know all this. This is called martial arts. And when you get sick, you know, oh man, shit, I need to get recovery. I better get into the natural breathing. Oh, I'm 60 now. My body is not that strong. Or I need to do the pure natural breathing more to help me when I wake up every day in the afternoon, I have more energy, or else I feel depleted. It is this down to earth stuff. So the six core element at that time I created is for everybody, okay? And also, can I call this six core element 7 core element? Sure. So you say, well, Hendrik, what is the 7 core element? Well, in the 6 core element, I lump in the intra-abdominal pressure handling in the breathing. So there's 6 core. Body, mind, breathing, energy flow, force flow, and then the momentum. So I lump the intra-abdominal pressure handling, the core bracing, those kind of things, with the breathing. Right now I can change it to 7 core element. So the key is as in France say that you need to single-minded know what it is. It doesn't matter if you practice Wing Chun or BJJ or Kyokushin. So again, I say, like Rickson Gracia, they have their training. They don't have to call it 6 core element, 7 core element, or 8 core element. They can call it their system. But you know, what is that? What they practice. Okay? So this is what I like to share with you. There's so many things we can learn. There's no time for gossip, making drama, like those newspapers who just gossip, talking about all this gossip. You have so many things on your hand that you need to revise, experiment up, modernize, reform. You need a lot of people in Wing Chun. It's not single person. I pay my due. I'm 65, I retire. But all those things I share with you guys, you can make at least 10 or more grandmaster if everybody go into a specific topic and go deep inside there. You have so many people in Wing Chun. Why don't you do that? Instead of gossip. When you talk, you don't talk much. You say, well, my lineage, my sifu, my ba 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 ba. But sure, your lineage, your sifu, for the past 130 years, you don't even know what to breathe, how to breathe. How many types of breathing is there? And then you fa jing, and somebody even say, they can fa jing with qi without using center of gravity or Newton's law. I mean, come on. Very short for you, fa jing. There's only 2 types. One is you're using the reaction force from your opponent to shoot it out. That's called the yin-yang type. Okay? His force exerts at you, you use his force, and then you add on yours to go out. Another type is you actually ignore him. You just exert, pushing out from the ground, the exert on him. 2 types. It's in my book, Basic Wing Chun Art and Science. Okay? And this one is actually, you need to know your 7 bowls, as I always said so many years already, 7 bowls. And 7 bowls today we can apply to the sport science, the stability continuum, the stability mobility continuum. How this link together, the stability mobility continuum. We can have the kinetic chain, how all this chains together. It is a closed chain practice, closed kinetic chain practice, or it is the open kinetic chain practice, and you can calculate the kinematics chain on how you exert force, how you accelerate. That's where you shoot your strength out. And then you can calculate the time of impact. If you cut down the time of the impact, cut down the time of the collisions or the impact, what happens is, if you have a long time of collision, you just send him out. When you have a very short collision time, that guy is not going to get sent out, but the strength, the force you apply is going to penetrate his body. All this is fudging. So when you stood up in the martial arts, you need to know that. Without that, what is fudging? Get the student fudging. I mean, of course, the student don't know nothing. You get somebody who have your level and see what happens. So this is what I like to share with you. The Wing Chun 1850 is so deep and so broad. 1867 Wing Chun up to today, They don't have the full picture blueprints of that 1850s Wing Chun. But certain things go through, like the inch power. People say, well, inch power. But how is that exactly? Today, people don't know. Like the breathing, you see, in the past 100-something years, people taking opium, grandmaster taking opium. How is that going to train their breathing? You can. So there's a lot of things like that we can improve based on Wing Chun, right? You don't want to differentiate between anti-Qing Wing Chun and pro-Qing Wing Chun. Right now it's 2024, there's only one Wing Chun. For heaven's sake, it's better to get all the technology back.